What's good? What's good? Hey, man. So I was talking to somebody about Caleb Williams and how I don't believe anybody but the team he drafts is rooting for him when it comes to NFL owners, agents, the draft process people. But why is that? Think about this. When we go all the way back to Caleb Williams from the time he's been at USC and especially this year, it's been him talking about, the different things he wants to do when he's in the NFL, how he wants somebody to draft him. He thinks he's going to believe, but he believes he's the number one draft pick. He's not doing no testing at the combine. He's not, excuse me, not even giving, out medical information. I don't think anybody's not ever giving out medical information. Well, why is Caleb Williams doing this? It's actually because he has a lot of leverage. And the leverage is I've already made $10 million dollars more from NIL. So it doesn't matter what y'all think. I'm not going to drop to pick 10. And if I do, it actually works out in his benefit. Why does it work out in his benefit? I lose a little bit of money up front, but it's easier to get to that $300 million contract because I'll be on a better team with better weapons. Usually, if a team has the number one pick, follow me now, they're probably not very good, right? So if I'm a guy like Caleb Williams, is if you draft me at number one, cool, I didn't have to do nothing. Y'all draft me at number one. Y'all looked at my film. If I drop, let's say to the Chargers, we're just using them because they're the number 5 pick. Of course, they're not getting rid of Justin Herbert. But let's just say the Chargers. Look at the weapons they have. Look at the weapons a Bucks team would have, right? So the further I go down, the better I have. But I lose maybe, let's say, $12 million off my first contract, which is my rookie contract. But in turn, it's a lot easier to get to that $300 million down the road. Plus, I lose 8 to 12, but I got 10 in the bank. I don't care if y'all don't want to take me at number one because I don't want to test and I don't want to do all that. I might be doing it so y'all don't take me at number one and I drop. And people don't like that. And I was saying this earlier this week to a couple of my friends. And then today I jump on Instagram. Let me hit this right here. And you see, we're seeing it become the opt-out generation. That's what a AFC general manager said, right? And then you go right here. Guys opt out of high school games, college bowl games, all-star games, combine, pro days. It's the new normal, the arrogance of it all. And it's only going to get worse. Yeah. What I'm telling you. It's only going to get worse, one, because NIL money, right? Two, if Caleb Williams is able to still go number one, guess what? More guys are going to do it. Oh, well, you're going to have to evaluate my film. And if you don't like my film, guess what? Drop me. Already made $10 million. Caleb got in when the NIL just started going. Imagine the guys that are getting it straight out of high school. Boom, 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 boom. Deals could get bigger. And they could play their way of like, oh, I don't want to go to that team. I want you to drop me. I want to go here. I'm not going to test. I'm not going to give medical. Caleb Williams also doesn't have an agent. Y'all got my film. Draft me where you want to. I'm not giving anybody 3%, 1.5%, 2% because we're already slotted for, the draft picks. Marvin Harrison, from what I heard, doesn't have an agent. So another guy, not doing the stuff at the combine, don't need an agent. Y'all seen what y'all seen. I made my bread. So I truly believe that anybody that doesn't draft Caleb Williams, from the higher ups, from even maybe agents to literally you got the GMs to the combine people to the coaches, do not want this to work out because more and more guys will do it. Now, once again, you have to be an elite guy. You can't just be a nobody. But they don't want the elite guys to do this because guess who they're doing the most due diligence and work on and background checks on? In all the fine lines, dotting the I's and crossing those T's. Is the highest pick guys because they're giving them the highest money. And if we're not able to evaluate you like we want to, that's not good for us because we might be missing something, and that's why they want to evaluate these guys. If Caleb Williams is able to not only go number one, but ball this year, all hell is going to break loose in college football, going to the pros and combine processes after. Guys are going to be like, we don't need no agents because Hey, the team that wants you, they're going to take you regardless of what this agent is going to say. Mind you, elite guys, we're talking elite, Caleb Williams, Marvin Harrison. They're not going to test. They're not going to give medical. They're going to sit there on a podium and say, look like they don't care. You can't say nothing to me. I already got $10 million. So I don't know if it's going to work for him. I don't know if it's smart. I don't know if he's being cocky, if it's over arrogant. Only Caleb Williams knows, hey, that. He's the only one that knows his word, that he perceives it to be. But I'm telling you, people are not rooting for this to work because next year, mark my words, them quarterbacks, them top wide receivers, because those are going to be really the guys, the prima donna guys. Then you'll get some linemen, but it'd be those quarterbacks and skill positions. We ain't testing. I'm not running, not giving you medical. I scored. I won the Blitnikoff. I caught the rock. Look at the film. If not, drop me 3 spots. Might be one, because how many teams is actually going to pass Marvin Harrison Jr. because he didn't test, he didn't do medical? Probably nobody, except for the team dumb enough to do it. Ain't like I'm going to go from the number 3 pick to the number 15 pick. And guys know that. And if I do drop 3 spots, I'll lose a few million, but I did it because I got a couple million here. It's no different than Marvin. A lot of the times, he might drop, but you get out of the Bears situation. You would get out of the Redskins situation. Let's say if he dropped. Do you think them boys at the Chargers wouldn't draft him 5 to help out Justin Herbert? I don't care what receivers is there. Marvin would be getting scooped up. So these elite prospects that make a lot of money can now start holding out of testing and doing all that stuff, especially if this Caleb Williams one works out. Because most guys don't do the combine, but they'll do pro day. I doubt Caleb Williams even does pro day. There's no point in him to do it, how he's been acting and how he's been talking. He's not giving medical except for the teams that, like he said, has a chance to get him. So I'm keeping a close eye on this, and it's crazy because I've been talking about it earlier this week, and then today that pops up. These GMs, these owners, these league execs, these agents, they do not want this to work. Because think about it. Dang, I'm an agent. What happens if it's the top 5 guys doing it, top 10 guys doing it, right? And then at some point, guys are going to need agents. But I want the guy making the most money. And if the guys with the most money aren't using us because we know that they're the top 10 talents, your agent can only do so much. If you're the number 15 guy, an agent can't wow a guy enough to move you into the top 5 from what he's saying. The only person that could do that is you by your performance in your college career, or if you did something crazy enough at the combine. You can't go run a 4.45 and then the agent be like, and then this, that, and the other, and then all of a sudden you go from 15 to 5. So a lot of guys are going to figure that out in the top. Now, the guys that need it, they need it. When you're trying to maybe get that contract at the end of the road, you might need it. But Lamar showed you as well, right? So if Lamar did his own and Caleb not going in with one, them agents don't want that to work, because if the top guys start following, I can go look at contracts, I can go look at incentives, and if Tyreek's making 32 and let's say Jamar Chase starts making 40, if I'm a guy that falls in between that, I want somewhere at 37, 38. If I have better stats than Jamar Chase, I need 41. The math is really simple. Agents, league owners, GMs, combine people, y'all on the clock. Y'all don't try to sabotage my boy. But y'all on the clock, because Caleb Williams could set a new precedent of I ain't doing jack, not even at pro day. I already got 10 million. And all y'all that want to win and y'all trying to sell these tickets, y'all think I'm going to drop from 1 out of the first round? Y'all think I'm even drop to number 5? No. Them boys got some leverage because they coming into the league with millions. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that, man. Your boy out.